Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. Hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. Miss Joy of Holistic Haven. Just put the baby down to sleep, but I said I had to share this. If you're just tuning in, go ahead and like the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel because over here it's all about balance, freedom, and a better life. And we work on all those things. So tonight I am sharing the priority pyramid. If you are someone who feels stressed, if you are someone who feels overwhelmed, someone who feels burdened, and you're like, you know what, there has got to be a better way, use the priority pyramid to help prioritize what you need to be working on. So I have done this for myself. We are in the period of the Great Lock-In, and I have challenged my community of moms to lock in on your next level, quiet out the noise, forget who's going to the gym, who's, doing yoga, like forget the people. Let the people do what the people are going to do, but lock in on you and your next level. What is God saying to you in this season? And also, what is it that you want for your life? Okay. And you could do a that you want for your life. What are your top goals? How, if you are just tuning in, moms, it's time to reduce the stress. You can do all things, but you can't do it at once. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel so we can stay connected. Listen, in this season, we cannot be overwhelmed trying to do everything, to be everything to everyone. We have to set boundaries and protect what we are building. So, I challenge you this week to write down the top 3 goals that you have for this last quarter. For me, I am working on becoming a senior financial associate. I'm also working on getting monetized on YouTube. And my third priority is building out the Become a Balanced Mom program. Okay, I have lots of notes, lots of tools, lots of resources, but it's time to get organized and put a coaching course together. So these are my top priorities. So what I had to do was to pause and say, okay, which goals would return the biggest reward? And what is the easiest? So it's not always what's the easiest, it's what systems are already in place. Let me say it like that. So with the senior financial associate, being that I have a mentor, I have a coach, I already have people around me that are successful, that are making it happen. Success leaves clues, and the system's already there. So instead of trying to recreate the wheel, I'm able to tap in to resources and get help. And that's the biggest thing, is being able to have assistance and not feel like I have to do everything by myself. So I will put that as priority number one, because I know that it's going to take resources to take care of priority number two and number three. So priority number two, becoming monetized on YouTube. I know that I have to hire someone to create thumbnails, to do research on what videos, to edit videos. Like, there is so much that goes behind creating a profitable, successful YouTube channel. And then priority number three, the coaching program. I know that that's going to take a lot of marketing, a lot of resources. And I'm like, you know what? What is the best return on my time? Because time is the most valuable asset that we have. So I'm challenging you right now. If you have to take a screenshot of this, take a screenshot of the screen. We are working on our priority pyramid. At the top of the pyramid, we're going to write down the goal that is the easiest or the simplest to get started. And then oftentimes too, it's about what is it going to take for you to succeed. So after we write down all of our goals, then we have to write down all the tasks that it's going to take. So like every single day, I'm a multi-passionate mompreneur. Like, I don't just focus on one thing at a time, because that's just not me. But I can time block. I can, dedicate certain days to working on certain things. So I might say, okay, this week I'm working on, reaching out or sending some emails, reaching out to past clients, following up on leads for priority number one. Priority number two, I'm going to post 2 videos. Priority number three, I am going to write out the bones, the structure, or maybe, get someone that has been interested in the coaching program before to take a look at it and see if it makes sense. So we have the time to get a lot of things done. We just don't have the discipline. And when we become disciplined and we become intentional and we become focused, then we are a force to reckon with. Then we become unstoppable. But the moment we let go of limiting beliefs, the moment that we start speaking life over our situation, that is where we start on the path to reaching our goals. Because it's possible. Success is possible when we have a plan and we have a system in place. So there might be a lot of things that you want to do, but good ideas are not always now ideas. Sometimes it's good to have a notebook. I used to create like vision boards, but now I have like a vision book. And oftentimes too, maybe you just take a sheet of paper. Maybe you're using the Notes app on your phone. Whatever works for you, write it down. This morning in my journal, I wrote down, what if? What if I'm able to retire my mom? What if I'm able to add on to my house? What if? Because oftentimes we're always looking at the worst case scenario. What if we looked at the best case scenario? What if we thought about all the blessings, all the lives that would change if we just tapped into our purpose and we stepped into our next level self? What if? What if we focused on our priorities and limited our time on social media and stopped letting people that don't know where we're going give us directions to our dreams? What if we stop letting people that have never been where we want to go to give us directions to our dreams? I remember one time having a conversation with someone, and I'm the type of person, like, once the situation is over, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It's a done deal now. I spent the money. So let's say I'm gonna use hypothetically like buying a car. So let's say I purchased a car for $10,000 that I was gonna use to rent out on Turo, and then the moment I buy the car, someone else is like, "Oh, you spent that much money on a car? You could have got a car for 7,000, or you could have got a car for 8,000." And people try to put like negativity into your goals or your dreams or something that you've accomplished. And I'm like, okay, well, where can I get the car from? I was like, I want another car. I called their bluff. I'm like, I want another car. Tell me where I can get that car from. And guess what? They was like, oh, I don't know the number, or the person don't have an auction license no more, or they was just borrowing somebody else's license for somebody else's license. And so, make sure that when you are on the path to achieving your goals, that you are only taking advice from people that are qualified and people that are called. Not everybody is authorized to give insight into your vision. All right, so tonight we are talking about the priority pyramid. We're going to reduce stress, overwhelm, decision fatigue, and we're only going to focus on the top 3 goals, the top 3 things that we want to accomplish for 2025, the last quarter. If you have 1 goal, 2 goals, whatever it is, sometimes you might just have to write down your priorities. Maybe it's your life. Like, of course, my kids, I'm just going to put like in the center of the triangle, I should draw a circle. The circle is me. I have to take care of me. Ultimately, that's the priority, because out of me, everything else flows. And I want to operate from the overflow and not of lack. And of course, my priorities are my family. My priorities are my health. My priority is my finances. But when it comes to my next level self, when it comes to stepping into greater things that God has called me to do, things that God has put on my heart, it's going to take being intentional. It's going to take being focused. So this is why I created the priority pyramid. Drop a one in the chat if you've heard about the priority pyramid before, because I know oftentimes we talk about setting SMART goals and we talk about, you know, all these different things on how to achieve your goals, but sometimes it just comes down to like putting it plain on paper, taking a look at your goals and saying, am I in alignment with my next level? Because writing this down and putting this as like the screensaver on my iPad, every time I open up the iPad, I'm able to see, okay, priority number 1, priority number 2, priority number 3. What are we working on today? What is our top 3? And usually I create like a top 3 during the week. Top 3 things to get done. So no matter what, before I go to sleep, those are the top 3 things that have to get done. Maybe I might add other stuff to the list, but you have to have the top 3. Like, I don't know, 3 just seems easier than top 5, top 10. I remember a time where I used to write like a to-do list of 30 things to get done in one day, then beat myself up when I didn't get it done. And the enemy used to make me feel like I was a failure. I could laugh at it now, but there was a time where I was burdened and broken, and I just felt like nothing I did was good enough. But take a screenshot of this. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about the priority pyramid. Go ahead and like this video, comment, subscribe. Priority pyramid is going to be a great way for you to achieve your goals with less stress, because you're only focusing on the top 3 things that you want to get done, and you are being intentional with your time, intentional with your focus, being intentional with being disciplined. So hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to come on before I go to sleep. That is why I'm not on like camera. My eyes are halfway open. I'm usually a night bird, but with a 19-month-old child, she is running the show. The 6-year-old is doing her own thing on YouTube Kids. But the baby, like, I got to be prepared in case she wakes back up. So wanted to share the priority pyramid, which is a great way for you to achieve your goals with less stress. It's putting stuff in perspective, painting the picture of what your priorities are, the top 3 things that you're working on, the big vision, the big goals that you have for quarter 4, and then breaking it down. So priority 1 is going to be what you can do, what you can get started on right away, that is simple, that you kind of know like what's the next best thing that you can do. And let's focus on what's the next best like 5 things you can do, right? What task can you tackle every single day? What is already within you? Something that you don't necessarily have to learn. You might just have to improve. So you have your priority number 1, priority number 2, and priority number 3. And on any given day, you have to decide, is it going to be weekdays? Is it going to be every single day? How are you going to tackle these priorities? And how are you going to stay focused? Are you going to print it out? Are you going to draw this on a piece of paper and put it on your nightstand? Or are you going to put it on your refrigerator? Because one thing about it is that the world is busy with distractions, and if we don't discipline our distractions are going to keep distracting us until they keep distracting us. So you want to be focused, you want to be intentional. I want all of the good things, all the good things that God has putting on your heart. You deserve to hold it in your hands, but it takes having discipline and a solid plan. So hope you enjoyed this. Take a screenshot. I might save the live and post it. We'll see. But yeah, just wanted to share what I'm doing. And listen, I'm not gatekeeping, so whatever I'm doing to improve my life, I'm going to share it with my tribe. So hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, be grateful for you have. Go after what you want. Let's grow.